Is this the worst Manchester United that we've ever seen? Watch this video. Hello, welcome to Tommy Edson. I hope you're all well. So a very quick video here. I'm talking about, well, the reaction to Man United just losing to Newcastle over the weekend. And you kind of wonder, is this the worst Man United team that we've ever seen? Now, I remember back in the, early 70s, Man United getting relegated. And, they were pretty shocking then as well. And I was just a young lad at the time. And I remember seeing footage, when I was about 5 or 6 years old, when they sort of started to come back into the Division 1 at the time. And you think, wow, crikey, were they worse then? I don't know. Look, if any team that gets relegated, they're pretty poor, right? And Man United are a team that just don't deserve to be any higher than they actually are. They brought in Amorim, and it's just nothing's worked out for him. Nothing's worked out for him with the group of players that he's got. You kind of think, are these the right players? Are these Man United players? And time again, I was listening to Man United fans. I got a brother who's a Man United fan, right? Talking, they say, "No, we are United." It's almost like there's, they deserve better. They are better. We are United. Okay, fine. You've had masses of success. Certainly under Fergie era. The name resonates around the world, but that doesn't give you the right to be the best in the world. The best in the world, or to be the best in the country, is based upon you having good players, great players, a great club, a great strategy. And I think at every level, Man United are failing. Every level, their players, and sometimes, you hear about commentators say, pick out certain players, oh yeah, he's great, he's doing really well. But they might have one great game, but they just don't do it again. They just don't do it again. And this is from I'm not a Man United fan, but an outsider looking in, you think you got so many issues on the pitch. You got so many issues in terms of coaching. You got a manager who's coming in who hasn't been able to change anything at all. In fact, they've actually taken the club backwards in terms of league position. And you think, well, what's going on here? And what does this do for Man United in terms of them planning? Forget about this year. It's a write-off this year, but planning for next year. Do you stick with this manager? Do you stick with the players? Do you have a wholesale fire sale, get rid of the lot? Or do you try and bring somebody in? Or do you have to say, look, we're going to have to rebuild here from the ground up, and it's going to take 5 years? Well, there's no patience for that. That's a problem. There's no patience within the Manchester United fan base, I'm sure. I don't think there's any patience for Man United in terms of Premier League or global status as well. They need to be back really, pretty quick. And if they're not, it's going to continue to get worse and worse. I'm not sure that Amorim is the best manager for them. I'm not sure that what he's trying to do, it's definitely not working, and it's definitely not working in terms of a consistent basis. He's had a transfer window, and it just hasn't worked out at all for them, and he's just not inspiring these players to get off their arse and do something. I'm not sure what the answer is here. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If Amorim is the right man for the job, should he be taking them into the next season? But if they chop Amorim, then who else do they get in? Do they become one of these crazy clubs who just keep on sacking their managers? Well, if you take the likes of Chelsea, for example, who were always criticised for getting rid of their managers, but the problem is they went from one manager to another who brought them success. What Man United have done, they've gone from one manager to another who've brought them less success. And that's the problem here. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But I agree with, I think it was Les Ferdinand the other night was saying that, there's nobody on this pitch, there's nobody in this team, there's nobody in the whole Man United setup right now who is impressive. And that's got to be a worry if you're a Man United fan, if you're a football fan, but, every other fan is laughing, of course. But, in terms of football, in terms of Man United, in terms of them being a credible opponent right now, they're just like whipping boys. Years ago, you would say that Man United come into your club and you'd be like going, oh, God, this is going to be a tough day today. Whereas now Man United come along, and last year they come to our club, which we're whipping boys as well, then you kind of think, wow, we got a chance here against these lot, because they're a bunch of mugs. Let us know your thoughts, but they're certainly not the Man United of old. Are they the worst team? I think they're the most dysfunctional team I've ever seen in a Man United shirt. That's what my thoughts are. I'm not sure if they're the worst team, but they're certainly the most dysfunctional. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, just keep on watching the videos. Don't forget, I've got my sports books. You can get those on the website, revelataf.com/books. Links in the description. Get them on Amazon as well. All the occupational lifestyle books are there as well. Right, and with that, must move on to the next video. Catch you again now. Bye.